get 24 hours the same way I do. You could be rich, you could be poor. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us today. In today's video, we are going to review 7 tips to help you manage your time better. So stay tuned to the very end and for our bonus. Number 1, set goals. Don't just talk about it, write them down. Yes, some people are against doing a to-do list. I like to-do lists. I'll do a to-do list, I do today's date, and I write from the most high priority to the less priority. And I tackle each one of them, one by one, guys. It's so simple and yet so powerful. Everyday aspect in terms of going into work, doing what you have to do, following up with certain clients or customers, getting things done. If you have to do paperwork and submit documents, etc., make sure you put those on your to-do list. If you have to do call calling for at least, let's say, 1 hour, make sure you stay within that 1 hour. Don't surpass that. You start slacking off. So you want to prevent that as much as possible. If you're facing the challenge that certain things are a bit too time consuming, guys, on your to-do list, make sure you write at least if I'm going to edit videos, for example, that's me this instant, right? I make sure I say to myself, okay, I'm going to edit videos for 2 hours only. I will not surpass that hour. If within 2 hours I do not reach that goal, then I have to pay the consequence. And the consequence basically is I have to do more work the next day, for example, right? But if I stay within 2 hours, I know I have to stop within 2 hours, then I can move on to other things, guys. Make sure you are able to stay on task, don't deviate from your goal, and try to put your phone away, guys. You cannot imagine how distracting a phone and other things could be a distraction as you're trying to manage time. All right, guys? Number 2, learn how to delegate. Sometimes we become a bit too passionate about our work, right? About what we're doing at the moment, on tasks on hand, right? And we become so passionate that we feel that no one else is able to handle that task, that job duty at that moment, right? And we feel that no one else could do it, only but us. You need to learn how to let go of that and be able to delegate. Let someone else take this responsibility and have it someone else, be responsible for it. Be able to face those challenges, let them come to you if they get stuck in a particular matter where they aren't able to handle it, right? Be sure that you could let go of certain tasks in order for you to tackle other and more important things. For example, right, if you happen to be a manager in a retail store, right, and you're here doing, let's say, payroll is very important, obviously, right? But if you could hire or delegate someone else to come do that job, then guess what, guys? You're able to be on the sales floor in order to supervise other employees in the sales field that might need your assistance in order to close the deal, for example, right? If you close the deal, guess what? Your store, if you happen to be in the retail business, is going to have higher closing numbers, higher gross profit, right? Because guess what? The manager is free in order to assist and help his employees, guys. So learn how to delegate tasks to other people in order for you to become a bit more free and able to assist in other important matters in your business. Number 3, start with small changes. For example, wake up 15 minutes before your usual schedule, right? If waking up on time is usually the typical challenge in order to, stay on track with your time limit, if you wake up 15 minutes before your usual time, that gives you a head start in order to start changing certain things in your habits in order to start managing your time a bit better, right? Start cutting down on social media. Let's say, for example, you just have social media as a personal entertainment aspect of it, right? Where, let's put it this way, you're not running a business in social media, right? You don't have to have a presence, right? You just have a regular account. You have a regular Instagram account, a regular Facebook account, a regular Snapchat, or regular TikTok. Whatever it is, guys. If it's just a regular account, cut down on social media. Your presence there is not so required. So, unless if you have a business where you need to be present in social media, then yes, I understand. You have to continue to do some marketing ideas and put yourself out there in order for people to recognize who you are. But if you're not that individual and if you're just posting pictures and cut down on social media, guys, because your social media is not going to produce or give you money for things that need to be through your career. If you have to submit paperwork and follow up with patients or customers or clients, cut down on social media in order to concentrate 100% on your task on hand. It is very important, guys. Your social media is not paying money. Your job, your career is paying money, is providing you a stream of income. So focus there is more important. So keep that in mind, guys. Number 4, learn how to say no. This one is a bit difficult for me to say, because I am one of those to always say yes. When you say no, understand that you're saying no for the simple fact that you cannot be at all places at once to an individual or a person or a task in order to stay focused on your own task on hand. People have to understand and need to be able to take care of themselves. You cannot just be there for them at all times. We as parents, we do that as well. Sometimes we just say yes and yes and yes to kids. Sometimes we just have to let them run, let them fall. Same thing with other people in your job. They need to be able to run by themselves and do and face any challenges on their own in order for them to learn. And if they have been trained, guys, understand sometimes certain colleagues might be a bit of a pushover, where every task that they get on hand, they want to push it over to the other individual for them to do it, so they could be free and not do anything, guys. If you happen to be in that situation, that scenario, learn how to say no in order for them to take care of whatever task is on hand. It is better that way, everybody to be teamwork, and instead of just being one player on the spot. It's just not fair. Alright? And allow me to be very clear in the following. When we say no, it's for a simple goal. But as human beings, I'm a great believer that we are all here to serve and help one another. Let's not misunderstand one with the other, and stay focused in helping everybody. Alright? But just learn how to say no in order for you to stay focused on one task at a time. Once you have completed that task, then if you happen to be free and you want the desire to help someone, then go out there and help somebody, guys. Moving on to number 5. Plan your meal and your lunchtime. Planning your meal and your lunchtime sounds silly. Yes, I get it. But here, let me give you the following scenario, right? You are lunchtime and you want to grab something fast, quick and easy, no brainer, and you go to a local McDonald's or a local Burger King or Chick-fil-A, whatever it is, and you step in there and you get in line and you look at the menu, and the cashier calls you and says next, and you get there online and you're still looking at the menu and you don't know what you want. Guys, planning is everything. So first of all, stop wasting money in a fast food restaurant. That's number 1. Number 2, plan your meals, do meal preps, eat healthy, bring your own lunch to your work environment, workplace, have your own lunch and enjoy that. Once you get to work or your job, make sure that you know at what time you're gonna go on lunch, guys. It helps you navigate the day much better. You don't want to waste time in trying to plan what to eat. Some people get 30 minutes lunchtime. Other individuals get 1 hour lunchtime. For those that have 30-minute lunchtime, by the time that you make it to a restaurant in order to pick up your food, for example, 15 minutes is already out the window. Now you have to swallow your food, literally, before you go back to work. It's not fair, neither to you or to other people waiting to get services from you. By the way, when you don't eat lunch, proper meal, you might be a little cranky by the time that you can help the next customer. So guys, understand that you must plan your lunchtime and your meals in order to manage your time accordingly. Alright? Keep that in mind. Number 6 goes hand to hand with number 5 regarding your lunchtime. Guys, when you're eating lunch, don't do nothing else but eat your lunch. No chatting, no texting, no social media. Put your phone down. Don't do nothing else but eat and enjoy your meal. Savor every taste of it. Enjoy it for the moment. It is the only time that you get for yourself. So don't waste it on social media or anything with that ass, because it's not going to be helpful at all. All you're doing is a little bit of entertaining and doing one thing here, meanwhile you're trying to eat. And you're not even realizing or acknowledging and enjoying that food to the full potential. I remember learning this when I watched the Oprah show many years ago. A lady has shared how eating lunch, it is the one thing that you must do and enjoy at all times. So try to enjoy every minute of it. All right. Number 7. For the number 7, we actually, in order to manage your time, this recommendation is actually more of a book advice. We recommend you to read The Compound Effect, written by Darren, that helps you understand how to monitor every change of goal objective that you're trying to reach. For example, if you want to improve your relationship, if you want to improve your management time, if you want to improve your communication skills, right? This helps you understand where you need to track certain things and aspects of your daily tasks. So we definitely recommend this book. It shows you how to embrace and monitor change in order to manage time accordingly. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this brief small video about how to manage your time. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to comment below. And by the way, before we forget, here is your bonus. If one of your challenges is managing time, being on time in places, being on time at work, transportation time, every time you get to a place you always get there late, or once you start a certain task you always end up late, here's a small advice that I do myself. Add 10 minutes to your watch. Yes, you're listening correctly. And yes, you're gonna say, oh, but I'm always gonna know it has 10 minutes ahead of time. Yes, you might always remember that. But you will be surprised to find out that you will actually forget that it has 10 minutes ahead of time. For the first week or two, you're gonna always remember it has 10 minutes ahead of time. But if you add 10 minutes to your watch, guys, you will make a great improvement even by the time that you wake up. And understand the following, guys. Everyone in this world has one thing in equal, which is time. You could be rich, you could be poor. You get 24 hours the same way I do. So this is a very important lesson to keep in mind, guys, and hope you enjoyed this video.